Hello, how's it? And welcome to another adventure with the amazing Time Detectives, where you get to find out more about the history and culture of our land. I'm Katlego, and today our detectives want to find out more about hip-hop in South Africa. Did you know that hip-hop has been around for over 20 years already? How cool is that? Our detectives are with one of the pioneers of hip-hop in South Africa, Emile Jansen. Let's join them and find out more.
I'm Salem. I'm Saleha.
I'm Kaya.
I'm Torilyn.
And
we are the amazing Time Detectives. Today we are going to meet with Emile Jansen to find out about South African hip-hop.
Nice, beautiful.
You so VIP, I wish I could have your hands all over me. Touch me here, come on. Touch you there, come on.
Hip-hop culture began in 1982 in South Africa with breakdances. Before that, people heard some songs that had a little bit of rap in it, but that never really got everybody's attention. But breakdancing, because it's so shocking, everybody was into that. And so around 82, movies that were on TV, before the movies came, there were always like these music videos that were sort of adverts for the movies. And so a lot of guys learned from that. Like recorded the movies, and there was no slow motion, so they had to place on the big old school video tapes. Press fast forward or rewind the whole time just to check out what the moves were. And so that's how the first hip-hop first got here, and mostly in Cape Town. The first crews that were around, in this very garage we used to practice. The group I was with was called Pop Glad Crew. And then we heard of a competition, and we went to this competition at Route 66 in Mitchell's Plain, and we met this group called City Kids. And the guy that was with them, you know, Reddy D, the DJ? So he was with that crew, Reddy D and Rizano. And so we, back then, basically, that's when we first met and when hip-hop first started out. Hip-hop culture is made up of, like, say, 5 core elements. And there's a lot of different things that you know, but they're all connected to the 5 core elements. The first one is the DJ. It's like usually a guy behind 2 turntables that makes the beat. Right? Then there's the MC, the guy who's the master of the ceremony. Most people know it as rap, but the real name is MCing. And MCing is basically the guy that gets the crowd involved, get them clapping, get them rapping about what's happening in the community.
I gave birth my words to you. I spit hot shoe like I got the bird flu, but I'm alright. I'm alright in the cipher because I'm home with my people, and it's a cipher, so means life. 360, 108 is 9, but 360 skyscraper. I hate skyscrapers, trying to reach God like Babylon, but they could never get it because we are God. We're down here. Can you see? We're not up there. We're down here. Subterranean. Always underground, but we're on the roof, so we just spitting the truth on the balcony. That when they shot MLK, he had a dream. Then Malcolm, he got shot for spitting his dreams.
Then there's the B-boy. B is for the break that the DJ plays. Right? So the B-boys are the dancers in hip-hop culture. And that developed into both standing moves or stuff on the ground. And a lot of the standing is now people known as a new school hip-hop dance. So that's the B-boy.
Turntables and a microphone, put a needle on the record, then a song the bomb. That's what we represent. We on the dance floor, we so happy. Check it, up your flu, kicking heavy rotation. One with the rhythm is the meditation. For your mind, any double elevation. All it takes is a little inspiration. Turntable is Jimmy scratching on the 1s and 2s, fingers dancing. So demanding, when up, feeling come over me. I'm in the zone, rush about ecstasy. Seem to be moving to galaxy. He's got the best of me. Can't stop when the beat drop, beat drop, beat.
Early B-boys were from Cape Town, like 82, 83, and only later that we found out that there were some people that were actually breakdancing up in Johannesburg as well. I know there's some of the guys who are rappers as well. You know, they used to break dancing, but we didn't know much about people up in Joburg.
Feel my high, touch the sky, I wanna fly. My body people don't deny. I wanna go round and round, feel myself all around. My body people get on down. Like rotation from a wimmer to a fly. I'm feeling the rhythm of a rotational high. I'm peaking this rhyme, I'm in perpetual motion like beavers on the floor. Let's stop kicking it like it's surrounding us with energy. Keep on breaking the barrier of color and the other thing.
Then there's Spreken art, or what the original name is actually writing. Most people know as graffiti. Those are the four elements, and then the fifth one is what's called knowledge of self. Basically knowing who you are, where you're from, your history, human history. A lot of people call it black consciousness, but it's actually human consciousness. So finding out who you are and where you're from.
The problem is we don't know ourselves. Ons maak ons dat kruisare stryd want ons wil soos wit mense lyk. Because to us white people are beautiful. You understand?
So what a lot of people see on TV is the rap industry. It's not hip-hop. They call it hip-hop, but it's the rap industry. And industry is about making money. So they'll usually only let people rap about what they can sell. Chains, clothing, cars, rims. So they can sell those products. And that's the rap industry. It's got nothing to do with the whole hip-hop culture. I know, but they call it hip-hop, unfortunately.
Why do people call you the godfather of hip-hop?
I think that's what usually the title they give to the people who are been around since like the beginning. You know, so I've been around since 1982 when hip hop started, and so that's what they probably call me that. I don't know, they call me that. Ask them.
Why did you choose hip hop as a career? Why didn't you choose something else?
Sure, I think that it's some things just choose you. You know, I've always been involved in hip hop. From b-boying, from breakdancing, and then I started to be a teacher, and I was a teacher for about 3.5 years, and then I realized that, you know, throughout hip-hop was the one thing that gave me most satisfaction. And so I use a combination of hip-hop and teaching as what I do to get messages across to people. So, you know, it's like things choose you during your life. You don't, it's not that you go out and go and search for something, but, you know, it's just, it affects you, and so you use whatever comes your way during life. And hip-hop was one of those things that chose me to get a message across in this specific manner.
All of you Africans who know who David Beckham is, put your hand up. All of you Africans who know who Paris Hilton is, put your hand up. Now that sounds funny to you. That sounds funny to you. But that is the same reason why young people go hang out in the mall and try and look like Paris Hilton.
So because of hip-hop culture, I've learned so much more about who I am as an African, as a human. You know, there was always this search, and I listened to a lot of Bob Marley to try and find answers to questions about being African or from Africa. And I listened to you know, whatever I could find, and I searched during apartheid struggle for information, but there's always, like, if you go to the libraries, you can't find things about Africa and the history that is hidden from us. So I learned that through hip-hop, through Public Enemy, through Cam. These are rap groups from back in the day, you know? And then they directed me to people overseas who sent me books that I learned about, you know, Africa's greatness, about how amazing our continent is, and how a lot of things that other people take credit for is actually from Africa. And all of that I learned from hip-hop, you know, from searching through hip-hop. And so that I try and put back into songs and try and share with other people. And a lot of young people who listen to the songs come back to me and say, oh, what you were saying here about, in one of the songs about how the pyramids are exactly what isosceles takes credit for. Like a Greek guy takes credit for something that the Egyptians created before, you know, and so that information is actually a lie. And then so they listen to the words, and they influence how we think. How, you know, some songs I write about the fact that Jesus Christ, you know, didn't look like the pictures that's on that you see of Jesus Christ. It's not a white guy. It's not blonde hair, blue eyes. And he's from a desert, you know, this dark-skinned man. And why that image was used to make people believe. And the kids argue and have discussions. And so it influenced a lot of people, how people think, and open their mind to new concepts, new ideas, you know. And so a lot of people that I know that even who are B-boys, who never ever had a chance to leave Cape Town, because of the event we run Battle of the Year. They get to travel to Germany, they've been on a plane, they come back and they look at Cape Town a bit different. They're like, oh man, I can be whatever I want to be now. Whoa.
What's this?
This is the blueprint of the first rhymes that we wrote for. See my neat handwriting still back then.
Is there a moral in each one of these songs?
To a certain extent. Some songs like hip hop has many moods, so some songs are just about having fun. You know, they're like, I think to a certain extent, then there is probably a moral to the story that life is about all the moods that you have, being happy, being sad, having fun, being angry. You know, I think the first album, Pumping Loose the Juice, was there were 10 songs, and out of the 10, maybe 3 were very like deep, conscious for what we thought was deep. There was a song about the planet and global warming, and that was then. And if you look at the world now, you know, you think, yeah, we actually thought that then. And then you look at another song, where the song was just called Dance in the Party, and you look at, like, I look back now and I think we were talking about good times in a rap in a time when South Africa was in like political turmoil, no? Like, and so, like, why did we do that? You know, why do we rap about things that were good? Because everybody was talking about how bad things were. And we wanted to remind people that things weren't. Like on weekends, a lot of people stopped protesting on the weekends and went to play soccer and life went on. You know, what we saw as normal, the rest of the world thought, yo, that was mad. They just boycott until Friday and then they have fun on the weekend and then Monday they're back to boycotting and being rebellious. You know, and that was what happened in a lot of places, you know. So I think that the moral of it is that, you know, that life goes on, and what most people see as being like crazy or deranged or difficult or different is how some people just cope.
So how do you find these things that you do? How do you find it?
You mean the lyrics?
Yes.
Basically, it's just a matter of, you know, you sit around and you jot down, okay, we're going to do this. This is going to be the name of the song. And then you think of topics that link to that name of the song. And then you discuss it with like a whole group of people. What do they want to hear in the song? How's the song going to run? At which point of the song are they going to take away? There'll be no lyrics that you can just jam or just break dance on it, or, you know, which section of the song you're going to just let the MC get to say whatever he wants to say, and the crowd focus on the MC instead of just seeing the dancers all the time. Okay. Righto, so these are 2 vinyl albums. Ever seen one of them? It's not a CD. It's an LP. Put your hand in. Next one.
So what is a vinyl?
All right, these discs basically, they used to call them LPs. All right, all the music is pressed onto you, and when you put the needle on, it plays the sound that's caught in the grooves of each of those songs, basically. And they used to be sold in this format before. This is how nowadays you got a CD, you do into the shops and to go buy one of these. They were like, this is the first album of Prophets of the City, Our World. There was this group called Taps, a more dance type of hip-hop sound.
Hip-hop became popular in South Africa when the apartheid government was at its most brutal. The minds of the youth were drawn to the writings of leaders from other parts of Africa. In South Africa, they were attracted to the writings of Steve Biko and poets in the Black consciousness movement. These leaders and the music of Bob Marley and others represented a proud African heritage. These ideas helped build confidence amongst the youth in the hip-hop movement. You're watching The Amazing Time Detectives. We'll be back right after the break. Training workshops are an important way to grow the hip-hop movement. The Detectives join Emile at a workshop at the University of Cape Town.
So when I first saw b-boying, or breakdancing, what people called it back then, is what drew my attention is how it looks like it almost defies gravity. You know, like how can you do that? How can the body do that? You know, and that attracted me to the dance.
You're gonna lean forward, try and push your knees back early already. Okay, so you're gonna be there on your arms, head on the ground.
Now when I realized that you know it's all techniques, and you first practice at home, and then you show some, and that impressed them. You know, gave me like a sense of hope. You know, like a lot of people they think you just automatically this is how. You know, this is how you do it. But for me, it was about the go, practice and practice and practice. And then when you think, you see that it's good enough, now you show everybody else. And I like that aspect of it, of preparing and then delivering it to the people.
The hip-hop movement has provided youth with a constructive way to fill their time, especially kokasi, liko mahaeng. Our detectives check out hip-hop in action in Manenberg.
Hip-hop's about finding yourself and then bringing yourself to the dance floor or to the microphone or to the turntables, all right? And you can't find yourself if you don't know yourself.
Through the Heal the Hood project, Emile aims to uplift the youth through changing the way they see themselves. The idea of battles on the dance floor is to offer youth a skillful, harmless way to challenge each other. One crew competes against another crew by having one-on-one dance battles in a circle, while the others spur the dancers on. The winning crew is decided by the audience. In a competition between many crews, the winners are decided by judges. Even the museums have opened their doors to hip-hop. At the Iziko Museum in Cape Town, Emile takes the message to the youth that they should be proud to be African.
Black Noise is performing as a reward for them assisting b-boying or breakdancing back in the day, like funding some projects that we did. And basically we came out to show that this culture is alive and well, that it's been around in Cape Town since 1982, and to also just show the diversity of the talent that is happening on the Cape Flats. And so that's the main reason that we're out here, to also show its connection to Africa.
In the helix of a living cell, regain that feeling each time we fell. Borders, bladers, motocross extreme, clean states fine when crowds scream.
I mean, the way we teach hip-hop is directly connected to history, and so ironically being in the museum is connected to b-boying, to capoeira, to ohadi, the berimbau, these instruments that are tied into our ancestry and to this culture, to hip-hop culture. And so I think it's like an ideal spot for us to do this in.
It's time for another break, but don't go away because we'll be right back. Did you know? Hip-hop artists form groups called crews. They meet to practice, exchange ideas, and compete against other crews. Women have been active in hip-hop movement since its existence. Human beatboxing is the creation of beats and sound effects using the lips, mouth, hands, and tongue. It's so important to look after our heritage so that future generations can know about it. One way to pass on history is to share it in song. And that's why our detectives are going to create a rhyme. Let's check it out. Emile and his friend agreed to help our memory keepers master a rhyme. The word rap stands for rhythm and poetry. And that means that they need to be poetic, but they also need to have a beat.
What you're gonna write about? You write about yourself?
Yes.
Is that the idea? The Amazing Time Detectives? Okay, so like the question that you have to ask yourself is, what do we do? And what do you do?
The detectives.
You detective, so you detect, right? So that's like you put down all the words that relate to what you want to write about. So detect, research, questioning, all of those things, and then you find words to rhyme with those, right? And then basically move from there. So, and then maybe you want to put yourselves in there, your names and stuff. You know, that's always like MCs always want to show their names. So, so if you can fill that in as well, like each one's name, or so that each one will get a I'm whoever and this is what I do. And, you know, as part of the rhyme that you're putting together. All right? Is that okay? Is that okay?
I was thinking about reflect, detect, questioning, and research.
Amazing time detectives, research and detect.
Amazing time detectives, research and detect.
Reflect information on TV with respect. Questioning what makes South Africa so great.
Amazing time. Take over.
Amazing time detectives, which is research and detect.
Our detectives realize that rhyming to a beat can be hard to master. Emile provides the beat while they practice their rhymes. Rhyming is used by MCs in the hip-hop movement to spread the message that the group wants to bring across. Now, the memory keepers are getting ready to show us their stuff. Let's check it out.
Amazing time detectives, research and detect.
Reflect information on TV with respect. Questioning what makes South Africa so great.
Discussing the certain culture that leads to debate.
Say what?
Amazing time detectives.
Say what?
Amazing time detectives.
Come on.
Amazing time detectives. Yeah!
That's all for today, Curious Minds. We sure hope you had fun, because we did. Thank you for watching, and join us again next week.
Roots deeply rooted, we need to search for it. Not just any story prescribed and printed with lies. Stories known and alive with truth in it. So true, we can feel the life in, see the light in the sense it makes. The time to awake is not tomorrow, it's today. I can be taught and see the light that's guiding my way toward the path where my ancestors wait.